Hello and welcome. I'm your host Vanisteer, once again bringing you another build for Elden Ring PvP. This build is my Serpentine Duelist build, a level 150 quality build focused on inflicting poison through multiple rapid hits. So, getting into this build, I'm using the Venomous Fang in my main hand and the Coil Shield in my offhand. Most of the time you'll be two-handing the Venomous Fang and only using the Coil Shield when you have an opening to get the weapon skill off. But be careful as the windup for the attack is fairly slow. The weapon skill that I'm using on the Venomous Fang is Storm Stomp. I actually wanted to use Quick Step, but it doesn't scale with quality for some reason for this weapon, so I had to settle for the Storm Stomp Ash of War instead. The armor that I'm using in this build is the Duelist set, with the chest piece altered. The Duelist set has decent damage negation and a surprisingly high amount of poise for what it is. This works out perfectly as it does fit the theme of my build as well. The talismans that I'm using for this build are the Kindred of Raw Exaltation, which gives a temporary increase to damage when something is nearby a particular poison buildup, the Prosthesis Wear Heirloom that gives a +5 to Dexterity, the Erdtree's Favor +2, which increases maximum health, stamina, and equip load, and the Crimson Ambient Medallion +2, which increases maximum HP. My stats for this build are 60 Vigor, 15 Mind, 20 Endurance, 54 Strength, and 50 Dexterity. With the Prosthesis Wear's Heirloom equipped, the total for your dex stat should come to a solid 55. Lastly, the Physic Flask that I'm using includes the Strength Knot Crystal Tier and the Dexterity Knot Crystal Tier in the mixture. This will net you an additional +10 to both your Strength and Dex stats for temporarily. Yeah. So a bit shorter of a monologue this time, but stick around for the end of the video where I'll give my closing thoughts on this build as a whole. Anyway, be sure to enjoy the rest of the video. So, for my closing thoughts on this build, I found this build pretty fun to play with, but it's extremely lacking any form of reliable range attacks, which is quite the problem if you're going to be dealing with mages. Another thing is that if you aren't aggressive enough, you won't be able to proc the poison buildup, which can be a problem in scenarios where you're going up against larger weapons or high range weapon skills like with the Bolt of Grandsax. I find that this build shines more so in duels than in invasions because it's harder to keep track of multiple opponents, and especially in situations where you find yourself both dealing with a melee attacker and a range attacker who's off your screen. Anyway, that's all for the video. Comment if you use a builder like this or something similar. Or if you have any ideas for unconventional builds, please post those in the comments. More builds are coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.